Hello everyone, welcome back to Stir's channel. Today, I'm going to tell you a horror story about a haunted school that used to be a hospital. Make sure you're ready for a spine-chilling tale. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this story. Without further ado, let's begin. Once upon a time, in a small town, there stood a hospital notorious for strange and terrifying events. The hospital had been abandoned for years and was eventually renovated into a school. However, despite the change, the eerie aura of the place remained. This story begins when the school started operating. Many students and teachers experienced odd occurrences, such as footsteps in empty hallways, crying sounds at night, and dark shadows appearing out of nowhere. They all tried to ignore it, thinking it was just their imagination. One night, a student named Andy had to stay at school longer to finish an assignment. It was getting late, and the school was very quiet. Andy felt a sudden chill but tried to stay focused on his work. While Andy was writing, he heard footsteps getting closer. Carefully, he looked out of the classroom, but there was no one there. He returned to his desk, but the footsteps continued, now louder and nearer. Andy felt something was wrong. He decided to pack up his things and leave. As he walked down the hallway, he saw a dark shadow at the end. The shadow stood still, as if watching him. Andy ran as fast as he could, but the shadow seemed to follow him. Andy managed to get out of the school and ran home in fear. He told his friends about the incident, but they didn't believe him. They even dared him to return to the school the next night. The next night, Andy and 3 of his friends returned to the school. They entered with a mix of anxiety and curiosity. Armed with flashlights, they started exploring the dark hallways. Every corner of the school felt eerie and cold. When they reached the classroom Andy had used, they heard faint whispers and footsteps around them. One of Andy's friends, Lisa, felt something grab her hand. When she looked down, there was nothing there. Suddenly, the classroom door slammed shut. They panicked and tried to open the door, but it was locked. They began to hear crying sounds coming from the corner of the room. Their flashlights pointed to the corner, revealing a woman in white, with a pale face and empty eyes. The woman slowly approached them. As she got closer, they saw she was holding something in her hand. An old, creepy doll. They screamed and tried to escape, but the door remained locked. Suddenly, the door opened on its own. They ran out as fast as they could and didn't stop until they were outside the school building. Gasping for breath, they vowed never to return to the school at night. The next day, they told their teacher about the experience. The teacher just smiled and said, "You're not the first to encounter such things. This school has a dark history. Perhaps it's best to respect those who were once here." That's the horror story about the haunted school that used to be a hospital. Scary, right? If you have any creepy experiences or other horror stories, share them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next story, and stay cautious.